Okay, so, well, first things first, I'm playing a very dangerous game, okay? There's no way around that. Obviously, we never trust Edgar. Fully, anyways.
Yeah.
Getting location of the house. I guess it's a way of him trying to show us that we should trust him, but it also could just be intentional, because who knows? It's just a game of, you know, how secret really is that secret, right? Just keep that in mind. I intentionally didn't show him these documents that we got, because it could be more leverage, or, you know, more of a carrot in the stick as well in the future. And the reality is, I'm sure my contact will probably get us the information that we need for this transport, but I just kind of wanted to send him in there to see if he would actually do it. So, the reality is, it doesn't matter if he gets it or not. I'm sure we'll get the information regardless. Now, the actual problem, okay, of the entire thing.
Yeah.
A massive target. You know why I'm so paranoid of motherfuckers who spy around?
Why?
That guy. Trey, I believe his last name is Romano. Trey Romano? Something like that. This motherfucker was a spy. He was everywhere. At every time. On everything that we did, to the point where we had to trust him. Fantastic spy. So good that, you know, like I said, he saw a lot of things that we didn't want to be leaked or told, so instead of essentially icing the guy in fear that he would live, we just kind of kept him around. Trey, also a very smart man, in very similar ways that, in very similar ways of how Gigi thinks, okay? And he essentially carved himself out of, you know, a piece of power through all this, from the Sanguine Islands and all this shit. He pretty much placed himself as the right-hand man. Very cleverly, too. For a man who probably should have died, you know, a month into this shit, if not a week. Survived and attained a lot of power in doing so. Ever since this guy is where the I mean, I've always been paranoid, but the paranoia of the way Gigi, for example, you know, operates. Fucking right place, right time. Fucking always gathering intel. Doesn't matter on who, what, which. Doesn't matter if a hot dog looks weird, she's gonna fucking try to find out why. Them two potentially knowing each other and now living together in Edgar's house, along with the other fucking guild members, including Eve. Did I put her on the list?
No, the reason she
not.
came up after was because she owned the old house that blew up.
So, deal with Eve, okay? She was essentially the CEO of Cerberus. She was mine, Leslie's, and Dean Watson's, you know, sort of protege. We kind of built her up to be the face of the company, because we always knew we were going to be doing, you know, sketchy shit, whatever. Throughout the history of that, it came to a point where Eve essentially had to choose between the company and the guild. She chose, obviously, the company. So her having a relationship with the guild, it's not like a shocking fact, but it's interesting that they're all together again. And that guy being around is very fucking bad. And it makes me paranoid on even trusting Edgar. Because if he has an inkling in anything, he's going to use it to his advantage. And if Edgar is aware of that, he's going to use that to his advantage. And the truth be told is, he could probably get all the information that I won't tell him from that guy. If he really wanted. Because God knows what he actually knows. And what my son has told him. Now, obviously this fucking orb shit. I don't really give a fuck, you know, much of a fuck about it. I more so give a fuck about what they are plotting. I mean, they all being around, and now Trey being around is fucking crazy. I never thought this guy would come back into the city. So maybe they're working on something important. Maybe something so important that it drew him back, you know?
Okay, so the guild in Eve's house combined with Delver. I guess he is Guild, right?
Yeah, he is Guild, yeah.
Were spying on the Faceless through an orb and heard about Edgar and Skipper and God knows what else. And then the house blew up. Edgar got them a new house. The guild moved into it. Trey pulled Edgar aside and said, I know what this is really about. I know that you want the orb, and I am willing to try and get it for you. I'm willing to try and help you. Which means Trey is making a play at getting Edgar on his side. Which means everything that you're worried about in regards to Edgar and Trey will likely come true.
Yeah, and you also got to understand that but the truth of it is, Trey, Jaeger, Bjorn, Lando, Stag, Layla, fucking Glorion, the list goes on. These guys, I mean, they know of this place. They know of this place. They could probably assume that I'm here right now if they really wanted. There's a lot of secrets they don't know. But the reality is, like I said, if Edgar was smart enough to use them, he would get the information that he wants from me probably a lot easier. So we also have to be a little aware of that and be willing to do what I just did there in order to kind of hopefully reel him in a bit more, because the information that I'm giving him really isn't it's not putting us in any sort of danger that we're not going to find either way. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, the more this progresses, and if we assume there's a world where these guys aren't even fucking remotely involved and this is just coincidence, sure. But if we assume these guys are involved and they're doing whatever the fuck they may be doing, I mean, it's only accelerating how fast I might have to start going after these guys. And I mean, all of them.
Like, what do you think the risk is that they impose against us? Like, what actions would they take specifically, you know?
Well, last I heard or seen of Lando, he was screaming to the skies everything about Talon to anybody that would listen. Now, it's been years since, and maybe that fucking nut job has calmed down, but the reality is the last sort of, how do I word it? The tail end of our relationship, they were willing to expose everything and go to war for it. Obviously, it's been time. Things has happened since then. I've you know, I guess rekindled a bit of my relationship with my son during Survivor, and with Bjorn. But who really knows? And it's just to show the lengths these guys will go if things don't pan out for them, whichever which way. But there's also maybe a chance that they're not even involved, and this is just fucking coincidence. Although I don't think that's the case, you know, it's maybe that is, I don't know.
Well, even if they're not involved in like all this shit, it doesn't change the fact that they're a threat to.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why I used the, that's why I kind of intentionally used the word, accelerate, because regardless, this will need to be taken care of one day.
Okay, so we have the Faceless.
Mm-hmm.
We're fighting. We're trying to bring down the entire city and have actively stolen from us.
Yeah.
And then we have the guild who know information and might hold certain resentments that would cause them to leak this information that puts this place at risk. And then we have Edgar, who is tied to not one but both of these parties, who is the most unpredictable, easily flipped, selfish person ever.
Yep.
And then we have Gigi somewhere in the mix of all this, where we don't know where her head's at, but has connections to Edgar, the guild, us, and who knows about the faceless.
Yep. And then on top of all of that, well, you need to be trained. We need to somehow drastically improve our... I'm gonna write it down.
Right writing.
We are failing horribly with that. And there is a world where it starts to bite us in the ass. Although, I don't think it's likely to happen. The fuck was that? Soon. But, we can't kid ourselves, right? I mean, look how often we are gone. People aren't stupid. I'm obviously the leader. My presence is more important than anybody else's, right? I don't know how we juggle this all, and that's why sometimes I do crazy moves, like trusting Edgar to maybe see if we can, I don't know, get ahead of it. But every time I feel like we get ahead, we uncover that we're so much more behind than we originally thought. That name coming up is fucking... When he said that name, I was in shock.
Oh, not to mention the faceless have nuclear missiles.
Yeah, that's interesting. We've never even heard about that. Through all the information we've gathered, not even a whisper of that. Not even a fucking whisper. All this shit, why? All this effort into building all this up, why? It's fucking everywhere.
Do you consider Edgar to be expendable?
Of course, yeah, I would kill him in a heartbeat. You have to understand something. It's what I told you in the golf cart. It's me, it's you, it's Roosters. That's it. At the end of the day, everybody else is sort of expendable. Now, obviously, I'm not saying we're gonna kill people that we love. Like Zab, for example, but...
Right, we would never do that.
You know. You just never really know. Who the fuck is an asset? Who is not? Who is being drawn towards all this power they very clearly can provide? And who's willing to ignore it? At this point, I don't know. What now, dude?
Good evening, Los Santos. We have breaking news to report from Fort Zancudo. On Monday, there was a shootout at Fort Zancudo, one of the city's most secure military installations. Eyewitnesses reported military-grade helicopters involved in the incident, though the full details remain unclear at this time. While it's not yet confirmed that the incident is connected to the Faceless, we can only assume given the group's past activity in the city. We hope that law enforcement is thoroughly looking into all possibilities as they continue to investigate the situation. Corbin, one of our workers here at Los Santos News, met with Dark earlier and asked him a few questions.
All right. Are you doing anything in your power to help out the citizens of Los Santos with this kind of increase in aircraft military going on here?
In regards to the increased activity regarding military aircraft in the state, I can assure you the San Andreas State Marshals are actively investigating such incidences, and the citizens of San Andreas can rest safe knowing that we will come to the bottom of what exactly is happening. Oh shit!
Oh yeah,
you might have to cut
yeah,
that. I'm sorry, I gotta take this. I gotta take this.
That's fine.
Hello?
Okay,
perfect.
all right. Second question will be here is so we heard through the massive kind of citywide sort of announcement about this sort of group called the Faceless, and we want to know do you know if the attack that happening on Monday, if you know if it was linked to the Faceless. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Well, as you understand, Corbin, I can't reveal any kind of investigative details at this time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Is there anything else you want to wish the citizens at home that might be listening through the radio when this does get broadcasted? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
All I can urge is that all the citizens of this state realize that there is something serious going on here. So if you see something, you say something.
As Richard Dark mentioned, we still don't have confirmation on the involvement that the Superstition Commission can raise
Fuck is
alarms
that?
across this. For now, near Fort Zancudo are advised to stay clear of the area while the investigation unfolds. Although we can't say with certainty that the Faceless are involved, this incident has certainly raised concerns. Stay safe, Los Santos, and remain vigilant.
The fuck was that?
Should we like shatter this radio?
I don't know.
Did they like tap it? Is that a thing you can do? Can you tap these things?
I mean, theoretically, they could get the radio frequency and broadcast through it, but I don't know if they could listen. Can they?
Hello?
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 Hello? Nah,
Wait,
we're
can
fine.
they respond?
I don't know. Either way, where was I at?
I don't know.
Wait, what? What's up?
It feels impossible.
Oh yeah, no, it feels impossible. I mean, it is impossible. I don't even know. I don't even know what to think about all of it. How do we get through it? Every day, it's we're being pulled and pulled away from Cyprus, you know.
So the North survived while you were in jail for all those years.
Yeah, but it's different. They survived on the hope that I would come out and leave them, you know. So now they see that I'm out and I'm fucking distracted and, you know, uninterested in shit. I think it'll eventually get to them. We'll see. I could be wrong and I could be overreacting and just none of this could ever happen, but it definitely feels like we are failing tremendously. So, your training, we have to, I mean, how's your back doing?
Great.
I feel like this is starting to become an excuse to not continue.
Are you kidding me? I said we could go fishing. I almost died, Lang.
Yeah. Me too. All right. Well, we will wait for your back to get better. Maybe when you're back from your awful trip to the Canadian swamplands.
Yeah, I guess I can heal up in Canada.
Nobody can heal up. No, well, I'm not gonna go there. I will see you Monday. You're gone tomorrow.
Odd.
Honestly, probably a good thing I spend the next 2 days kind of focused on Cyprus for a little bit. So.
Yeah.
And if I'm back, or if once you're back, and if I'm dead, you have to burn this place to the ground.
Okay, why the fuck would you even say that?
Could fucking happen.
I can't burn this place to the ground. It's fire resistant.
You'll find a way. Good night, Charlie.
Me too.
Enjoy your trip, right?
You're not gonna die though, right?
I will not, but you know, me and Edgar alone could be trouble.
Well, stay away from Edgar.
Leave my cane by the table when you're done with it. Honestly, Lang, like being able to focus. Don't get me wrong, things could also still transpire while fucking CJ's gone or whatever, but just being able to focus a little bit on Cyprus, I think is probably gonna be good for Lang and shit. So yeah, CJ comes back and fucking Edgar's and Talon like living in the basement with us. Has his own psychosis board. Hey, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa, CJ? ¿Qué pasa?